that you came out with a new ad talking about open space, and we did get reports that back at the convention, you were saying basically, you'd allow UDOT to go where they need to go.
That's
what we heard.
Represented, yes.
Okay, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Right.
Is just what the community's talking about. Also at the Larengurch Conservation public hearing, there was some discussion with the community member that you would allow UDOT to go through if they needed to. So this is the time to clarify.
Great.
And, talk about maybe why you came out with this ad at this time, being more supportive of preserving the Northfields, and maybe why those ideas changed a little bit in the last couple months.
Okay, great question. And I think it's more that there was a misunderstanding of what I had said.
Okay.
So I was at that meeting when your Wasatch Upland Lands Board presented a presentation for Larengurch's property. The Northfields to me, as like I said in my article, are a crown jewel of our county.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got this transportation issue that in order to maintain some of the quality of life that we enjoy here, that brings people to our county, we have got to fix. So, like you mentioned, it's been probably closer to 30 years that we've been talking about a bypass, and it's been pushed down the road and pushed down the road and pushed down the road. And so I am not in favor of just throwing it in at the path of least resistance straight down the middle of the Northfields. I don't think that would be a benefit to anyone. But I do believe there is a way that we could do it and have both. And as I went into Salt Lake yesterday, and I'm driving down the 215, and I'm thinking, in my mind, I think this is what people in Wasatch County are thinking. This is what a bypass is. Concrete on either side, concrete in the middle, and a big wide road. I think there's other ways to do it. I think there's ways to do it and design it so that it can be a benefit, it can provide the service that we need, but that it does not destroy the integrity of the Northfields. And in my article or on Facebook, I think I was sharing with someone that I feel like when this EIS study is done, that UDOT is doing, that we bring all our players together. Wasatch Upland Lands Board, Heber City, Wasatch County, the residents of the Northfield, and say, okay, we have to have this. Where do we put it? What do we do? And I know that...
Do you think UDOT is going to listen to us?
I believe in the public process, and I think if the county could get in the driver's seat with a lot of support from the community, that they would listen. That is my hope, is that they would listen. I think that's been part of the argument and misunderstanding, is that UDOT's just going to do whatever they want to do.
Well, let me just bring up a thing that maybe people aren't aware of. Yeah, I'm on the Wasatch Open Lands Board for the county with these conservation easements. I should have disclosed that.
That's okay.
I did before with another candidate, but yeah, just so I'm kind of aware of what's going on. But UDOT went from an 80-foot wide bypass to a 120-foot wide bypass, and now the latest we've heard is a 250-foot wide bypass. This is part of the problem.
Right.
Is there's no pushback or not enough pushback from our community to UDOT and go, we don't need 250-foot wide bypass road.
Right, so basically what you're describing, I think, is the 215 route as you take the 215 into Salt Lake.
Yeah, or like Mountain View Corridor. Somebody told me Mountain View Corridor down on the southwest side of...
And I think that as a community, and I'm going to use that to preserve the quality of life, because that's what I believe this can do, but there's got to be some compromises and some working together, and design, how it is designed, makes a huge difference.
Well, let me put this map in front of you. It's the
I should have worn my reading glasses.
Here, you can have mine. I've seen this a million times, but these are the 5 options that UDOT has come out with, and I would like you to determine which ones you are willing to support moving forward if you become a county council person.
Can I just tell you, I don't love any of them?
You can say that.
Okay, these 2 pretty much you know, go.
The last two,
The last
4
two-
and 5.
4 and 5, or 3 and 4. 3 and 4 look like they go straight up the north fields without much forethought. Those I don't really support. I'm concerned with the first 3, 1 and 1A, 1B, and 2, because it doesn't really relieve the challenge that we have once you hit North 40 at the new light where Smith's Marketplace is going in.
Okay, so you think a hybrid of these
I think
5?
and what that looks like, I am not committed to anything because I don't know the answers
Right.
to all of that.
No, but I think the public does want to understand,
Correct.
and whether you're going to fight for our citizens' wishes.
Well,
You know, not just sit back and go, well, there's nothing we can do.
I don't think so. That's not how I feel like we should govern anyway. I feel like, you know, you have to listen to the public, but they have to also be willing to compromise and to be willing to say, okay, we don't really like any of this, but could we do a combination of whatever this looks like?
Okay.
So that's kind of where I feel like I am on that.
No, I appreciate it, and let's move on.
Okay,